To start this video, I want to shout out Center Shot Gun Range. They allowed me to come in, shoot this footage, rent this gun, and give you guys the shooting experience. They have lots of what you need in Door, Michigan, so shop Center Shot. What's up, guys? Daryl from Smart Shooters, and today we are starting our second episode in our series of Try It Before You Buy It, where I take your requests via Instagram, email, and even YouTube comments. And I go to gun ranges and try guns that you want my feedback on before you commit your hard-earned money to buying it, only to find out I wouldn't have recommended it to you in the first place. If you don't know me, I'm Daryl from Smart Shooters. I'm a firearms instructor. I'm an FFL dealer. And I got some other things going on in the firearm space. I own a rifle manufacturing company and a few other things. That's neither here nor there. Today, I am here to try a new gun before you buy it. Let's talk about today's gun. Now, today's gun is gonna be a good one. We are talking about the Springfield Prodigy. The Prodigy is a double stack 1911 chambered in 9mm, who everyone says is the budget version of my baby, the Staccato P. So, most people are not looking for a $2,500 price tag. And so, the Springfield Prodigy is usually another option for people who don't want to spend as much money, but want to get into the 2011 game. Since I've been making so many Staccato videos, this is nice. It's nice. But this video is actually what I was about to refer to and has been the most requested gun so far. So try it before you buy it. Week 2, we're going to talk about the Springfield Prodigy. Now, here's the most important things you need to know about the Springfield Prodigy. 1, it's a double stack 1911. 2, I got the version with the Springfield optic on. I think it's called the Hex Dragonfly or something. The Wasp. It's one of them Springfield dots. That's awful, by the way. I'll talk about that in the video, but the window is so small. Imagine a gun this big with a window this small. It's crazy. Anyways, let's jump into it, man. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. I know you're gonna enjoy this, man. Let's get the voiceover work done. Let's go. All right, guys, today we're checking out the Springfield Prodigy. The Springfield Prodigy. Staccato too much? Get a Prodigy, they say. Let's see if it's even comparable though. Now, I'm excited because the Prodigy is often compared to the Staccato P as the more affordable option. It's given that if you want to get in the 2011 space and you don't want to deal with quality issues, 9 people out of 10 will probably recommend you for a Springfield Prodigy. Let's see if the shooting experience justifies it. As you guys know, 21 feet. Let's see what this Prodigy does. It's got that Hex dot on there. Make sure that dot is on. Now, I don't want to be overly critical, but this dot is a piece of hot garbage. I hate dots where one button controls everything. I'm trying to get it on, get it brighter, but nevertheless, let's run the gun. First shots through the Springfield Prodigy. And my earphone wasn't all the way in. This is why I recommend over-the-ear headphones. I digress. Now, the craziest thing to me is the shooting experience is going smoother than I anticipated. This is kind of crazy. The trigger does feel a little plasticky, but again, in my head, I'm going to constantly be comparing this to the Staccato P. But shooting it for what it is, I'm kind of impressed so far. Let's pull the target back and show you guys what I did. And that was using the dot. So, I'm not gonna adjust the dot, I'm gonna just aim higher. First impressions. It doesn't feel at all to the level of quality of a Staccato. Doesn't feel very staccato-ish at all. Now maybe it's the DLC coating, but this does not feel at all like the same level of quality. I know that's one of my biggest issues with the Springfield Prodigy is that it uses MEM parts or metal injection molding parts. And that's just not, that's like the lowest level of quality when it comes to parts for a 2011. So I'm not a fan of that. It is flat shooting though. This is the 5-inch model. And the 5-inch is a lot flatter shooting than I thought it was gonna be. So there's that. Let's shoot some more. Now I'm really excited to shoot this again. Really excited. I'm actually surprised at how flat that is shooting. Now with this, I'm trying to hold my dot higher so I can get more hits on center mass. But man, I tell you what, this gun is surprising me. Crazy. I was very dialed in right here. I had a couple outliers, but for the most part, we stayed tight. There's a couple spots where I hit the same hole twice or 3 times. All in all, I'm all right with that. Now, this is just a clip to show you the aesthetics. It's a black gun, true, but it's not that bad looking. It's no Staccato, but you're gonna hear me say that the whole video. And I think it's earning its own place. The struggle here is I'm loving the gun. The dot is hot garbage. I'll take a Hollow Sun. I'll take a Sig Romeo Zero over this. This dot is hot garbage. But the gun, I think I should stop comparing it to Staccato. So this dot is still off, but I feel like I'm getting the hang of it. I'm holding over about right here to get those shots. These I know I was rushing my shots, and as I was rushing, I was sliding my finger in. But all in all, I would say that's not a bad grouping. Now I'm not gonna take this time. I'm gonna try to just go. Let's see what happens. Here's the reality. I'm gonna keep comparing this gun to Staccato because I have one and that's the standard, but this gun stands up on its own. If I didn't own a Staccato and I shot this, I probably would buy it right now. I would buy it on the spot because this gun is smooth shooting. Now, I know as far as carry goes, it's probably not ideal since this is the 5-inch, but they do have a 4.25-inch that I think would be sweet if you wanted to carry or if you wanted it for competition or whatever. Now, I definitely would swap out some of the lower quality parts, but this gun does feel cheap. I can't lie. It feels cheap, but it's only because I'm comparing it to Staccato. Now, again, I didn't tape in between these shots. I'm just gonna try to shoot the inside of that paper out. Let's see how I do. Dot fishing, dot fishing. I'd be lying if I said that I wasn't in love and enjoying this. This gun has a low recoil impulse, and I think it makes it very easy to hang on to. The grip is not too wide too, so I also would recommend this to somebody with maybe smaller hands who would be concerned about carrying a huge 2011. This grip profile is not that big. Let's see how I shot. Yeah, that's what we like to see. That's what we like to see. Still don't know why I'm drifting so much over here. I must just be getting used to it. 20 more rounds. All right, so this is my last mag. I'm honestly excited. I don't even know why I tried talking in the range, but I'm basically saying how this is my last mag. Believe it or not, we went through 80 rounds already. We got 20 rounds left. This worked out great. 20 round mag, 5 mags is 100 rounds. The gun is good, y'all. And it pains me to say that because I'm not a fan of Springfield products. But the gun is good and it's better than I've ever given it credit for. Let's run this last mag. Now let's talk about it. That was my last mag. I felt these two. That gun feels way better than I thought it would. That dot is nice. Again, I don't know if the co-witness or these sights were too high or the window is just too small, but this dot is dumpster juice. Let's go back home. All right, so we're back at the house and we're talking about the Springfield Prodigy. Now, because this was the 5-inch model, that longer barrel definitely helped reduce some of that recoil, and I was impressed. Believe it or not, I was impressed with the shooting experience. The Springfield Prodigy is no slouch. I feel like it caught a ton of flack over some issues it had when it first came out. All the YouTubers were like, That's exactly word for word what they said about the Springfield Prodigy. We tried it. Should you try it? Yes. If you are interested in getting into the 2011 game, which is the hottest handgun in the market right now, is this style of handgun. The 1911 style, but it's double stacked 9mm. The Springfield Prodigy is a way cheaper option than the $2,500 plus tax and shipping for a Staccato with a 6-month to a year wait time if you don't pay to get it in 30 days or less, which is another $300. You can walk in almost any gun store and get a Springfield Prodigy for about 1,500 bucks. Rustic Arms, my FFL business, we actually had them for $1,350. So, and the one with the optic is a little bit more. I think we actually had them $12.99 now that I think about it. But we're not asking for a lot for the Prodigy. I think they're like $12.99. Anyways, try it. Because it'll either tell you that A, you don't like the platform, or B, you love the platform, and then you can start looking into other options. There are plenty of other 2011s other than the Springfield Prodigy and the Staccato P. These are what you hear about because this is the entry point into good 2011s. And the Prodigy is the entry point into decent 2011s. Now, should you buy it? I'm gonna go out and say yes. The difference between the Prodigy and the Staccato P, to me, is the quality of the gun. The Springfield shooting experience is comparable to the Prodigy. Not better, not close, but comparable. It's a smooth shooting gun. The problem I have with the Prodigy is the quality. These parts all feel like they were made for this specific gun. Like everything was cut and made to fit this exact spec, and the Prodigy does not feel that way. The Prodigy uses MEM parts or metal injection molding parts, and I'm not a fan. That is like the lowest quality of parts that you can get for a 2011 is MEM parts. That being said, the price point reflects that, and I do think that the price point is fair for what you get with the Prodigy. Those 20-round mags worked fine. Now, granted, you got to remember that I'm renting from a gun range, which means that gun was broken in long before I rented it. I looked, and it looked like it had been rented at least 15 to 20 times. So if you figure on average people shoot 100 rounds in a range session, then and that's about 2,000 rounds that could have been potentially put through the gun before I touched it. So that break-in does help. A lot of guns, especially in the 2011 space, the more you shoot them, the better they feel. So, should you try the Springfield Prodigy? Yes. Should you buy it? Yes. Asterisks. Only if you're curious about getting into the 2011 space. It is a great gun to start with before you fully commit to buying a Staccato, even though I encourage you to skip it and buy the Staccato because the quality, the aesthetics, and the advantages that come from a Staccato, it's worth the extra money to me. It just is. But don't want to spend $2,500? You can get a comparable experience, not quality, but a comparable experience with the Springfield Prodigy. Go ahead, search YouTube. It's gonna back me up because all of the people, all they do is just buy new parts for the Prodigy as soon as they touch it. Some people don't even shoot it first. They just see what the last YouTuber said and then they upgrade all the parts. But that's it. That's my thoughts. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell so you don't miss a video. I'll catch y'all on the next one. Let me know in the comments, what gun should we do next? Let me know.